So 2009 is almost over, which is awesome. 2009, I have so many mixed emotions about 2009. A lot of major life-altering stuff happened in 2009. And I'm happy for 2010. I have a lot of things coming up for 2010 that I'm really, really excited about. Memorable moments of 2009? Well, I have to say February 9th I got married. That was pretty big. So shortly after getting married and having all this extra love to give, I ended up getting a rabbit. Velveteen Pepperbottom Esquire III, or as my husband calls him, Appy Stat Commander. The roommates call him Bun Bun, but everybody should actually go out right now to a shelter and pick up, a bunny. Some are abused, some just left to die. Just, rabbits are awesome. They make amazing pets. Art-wise, this year has been, I don't know. I did a lot of paintings, but I haven't done a lot of showings. I had 2 really good shows. Both were at Gallery X in New Bedford, downtown New Bedford. We had the Sex at the X, which was curated by a fellow Cocktail Club member, Melanie, and we had an amazing, amazing turnout for that show. And then we also had one called the New Works Show, which was I believe it was this summer. It was in the summer. And that one had a huge turnout and a lot of well-received comments about the artwork and the people involved in it. So our radio show is doing really well this year. Our podcast, whatever you want to call it. We've quadrupled our listeners, which is awesome. We lost our sponsor this year, which is a pain in the butt, and a big legal battle ensued. And next year might be our last year for the radio show if we don't get a sponsor. But we had some of our biggest, highest rating, and most downloaded shows. We had, of course, the musical podcast, where the entire Cocktail Club sang and danced. And of course, it was done in true Cocktail Club style. We had the live cast, where we had a party here for the CD release, and we had person tattooing, and everybody who showed up at the party appeared on the podcast, which was amazing. And a lot of fun people showed up. It was awesome. And also we saw the birth of Scarecrow 2, which is our highest ranking and most downloaded show. So I'm really excited about this year's radio show, the podcast. It went really well, and I think we put out a lot of good, funny shows. Next year, as I said, might be our last, so I hope people, stay tuned and we find a sponsor. Another fun thing that, something that will stay with me for a long time was my trip to New York and New Jersey, and I stayed there for a while with some really, really good friends, made some new friends, which is always a bonus. And these are the kind of friends that you have with you for the rest of your life. Of course, I'm talking about Claire and Tom, always Hope. She's not a new friend, but it was fun to, hang out with her. And Chris and I had an amazing time in New York. We fell in love all over again over really good Korean food. And it kind of makes me want to wish I lived in New York again. Another milestone or something that I'm proud of this year is finally releasing a CD. The band that I formed with Chris Beer Monarch, we released a CD and it got a lot of downloads. A lot of people bought the CD, and we even made a music video. And the whole experience was fun, and a couple of people that I'm in awe of enjoyed the album. So that was definitely a bonus. So 2010, we have a lot going on. We have a 2-month gallery show that's going to be probably at Gallery X, and that's probably going to be around February and March. And then another 2-month gallery show, hopefully at a gallery called Firehouse, and that'll be later on in the year. 2 new CDs, 1 new Bear Monarch, 1 just simply me. It's going to be a pop album, more dancey, fun. So what's up with the podcast and the radio show? Well, I've already hinted that it's probably going to be our last year, but we're going to do 2 shows a month and 1 video podcast a month. We should be having a store put on to the website. The website's getting an overhaul where you'd be able to buy CDs, t-shirts, posters, handmade crafts, arts, a lot of painting, a lot of local artists are going to be showing through it, and a lot of local musicians will be selling their CDs through our website. So, I hope you just come back and visit the site as often as possible and tell friends. Tell everybody. Just don't tell the police or the FBI. No, I'm just kidding. But I hope 2009 was a good year for you, and I can't wait to hang out and meet all of you in 2010.